Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Get your own. Yeah, I would love an open world zombie game that you could hop in your boat, hop in a car, like travel around the states. Just do like a Fallout 3 style zombie game, and I think that would be.
You have a massive erection.
Absolutely, Scotty. I really do.
Dude, yeah. I mean, the closest thing we have to that is Undead Nightmare for Red Dead. I mean,
yes,
that's it. I know, Nate, you said that you were really hoping for, in terms of like wishful thinking, you were hoping for Left 4 Dead 3. I mean,
absolutely.
That'd be great.
Left 4 Dead 3, I think it's time. I know you're holding out for Half-Life 3, dude, and I hope you see it. I'm not going to make fun of you because I was thinking about this because after the whole Star Wars discussion thing and what I hope we'll see and what I know we're not going to see, you're not going to see Half-Life 3.
No,
but I hope you do. I hope it happens for you.
I'll be deluded. I'll think I see it somewhere.
I see the mashed potato fumes have gone to your brain.
Dick.
That's true, yeah.
But a Left 4 Dead 3, I mean, considering that Valve isn't... I know Valve owns the studio, I believe, that does the Left 4 Dead series. And it's been a while. I mean, Left 4 Dead 2 came out 2 years ago?
2010, yes, I think. Maybe, no, 2009.
2009.
I'm pretty sure 2009.
Left 4 Dead came out the year before that, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
So they did back-to-back sequels, and they were both good games. But I think we've gotten to a point where, they could probably do another sequel now with... bring back the old cast, give us, like, both casts working together. You could actually choose your players, give us create a player, create your own character.
Yeah, an updated
type
engine,
deal.
Updated graphics, that sort of thing.
Yeah, updated engine, update the source engine again.
We don't need Portal 3, though. I don't want to see Portal 3. We just got off of Portal 2.
Fuck you!
Yeah, I don't know. Those sequels... I mean, Left 4 Dead 3, I'd be fine seeing it, to be honest, because, as you said, it's been a while since the last one. But a Portal 3, I don't care how successful Portal 2 is. We don't need a Portal 3 already.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Portal 3 would probably be a little bit too soon, because Portal 2 was a huge game, and it was such a good game that it just, you don't want to oversaturate and lessen what that franchise is.
Yeah.
And, I think that they did that with the Left 4 Dead series. Left 4 Dead 2, a lot of people were upset that we were getting a sequel so soon, and we weren't done with the original.
And it was basically the same game in terms of, like, design. They didn't do anything different. It was like almost
new
like an
locales,
expansion.
new weapons, new zombies.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot else was there. I mean, we did get some new multiplayer modes, which were fun. But they could have released Left 4 Dead 2 as an expansion to the original.
Like for $30, not for $60. That was the real issue. Is that the 360 version was a full $60 game, and I totally understood.
Well, if you bought either of these games on the consoles, you're dumb shit.
I'm just saying that was I remember that was like the main controversy, because I think on PC it was like $40 or $50. It was
and plus all the DLC is free on PC.
Yeah. So I mean, well, we already talked about Battlefront 3. We don't have to hold out hope we're seeing that, really. I don't think.
But speaking of threequels, and I know we're going to get to this, but we got to do it while we're on the threes.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3, guys.
Yes.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not... I mean, once again, one of the things we want to happen that just won't.
Yeah, we'll probably, at best, get a Versus 13 announcement, which I'm fine with, because I'm excited for it. I know I'm alone on that, but...
Yep.
I just want...
Oh, you think we're gonna see Versus 13?
Well, no. More likely than Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't say I think it was gonna happen. I just think that Versus 13 just needs to get done, so then we can see a Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement at some point. I mean, that would be awesome.
If we have to get through Versus 13 to get to Kingdom Hearts 3, okay, I'm down with that. But I would much rather see I think Sony and Square Enix... Or not Sony, I shouldn't have included them. Square Enix has soaked the Kingdom Hearts franchise for as much as they could possibly get at this point.
Yeah.
With all these little offshoot games and remakes and, different versions. It's time.
It is.
You got to do it, otherwise there are very few of us left out there that are still like... Kingdom Hearts 3, we gotta see it.
You gotta think they're gonna do it for this generation too. Like you can't wait until the next shit comes out. I think this is the time. Like I haven't gotten a PS3 version of a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, what makes me kind of I know for a fact that Tetsuya Nomura said in an interview that he wasn't doing Kingdom Hearts 3 because he's at least not for the time being, because he's focusing all his energy on Versus 13. That's why I'm saying we got to get that out first. And then
he's focusing everything on a game that
I want, and that's it. Nobody wants that
you
shit.
want, but there isn't a lot of hype behind.
No, well, because like the number 13 combined with the words Final Fantasy does not it does not incur much excitement within the Final Fantasy community. It's just makes people cringe mostly.
Oh, dude, I'm running the secret ending to Kingdom Hearts 2 on the stream right now as we talk about this, and I challenge anybody to watch this and say I still want Final Fantasy versus 13.
Well, see, I never got all the way through Kingdom Hearts 2, so I'm probably not going to be watching.
Alex.
No. The reason why actually was wait, that game came out in. Actually, I don't have a legitimate reason.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't have a legitimate reason.
If you were to say the acceptable answer would be Roxas was a douche.
He was a douche. I didn't like him.
That's the only acceptable answer for not finishing Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, the thing is, I borrowed it from a friend of mine. Okay, I don't want to get too sidetracked in this, but I borrowed it from a friend of mine, and I was like, okay, I'm playing as this douche named Roxas. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like 5 hours in, and I still haven't found Sora or Goofy or Donald. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I playing? This is not Kingdom Hearts beyond the gameplay. And then I just gave up. I mean,
I'm gonna punch you in the ovary.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, everything, and I saw like the game being played with Sora, obviously. Like I knew it was gonna go back to that, but I didn't own it, and I lost patience. So, and then I got distracted by something else. I don't know.
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 3 would be amazing.
Yeah.
So would Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes.
Which is another game that we just won't see.
Nope.
It won't be there. And we were also talking Red Dead Revolution.
Which would be sweet.
Won't be there. It'll be all Grand Theft Auto 5 this year.
If
we're
at
not
all,
going to
though.
see. Yeah.
Rockstar hasn't been at E3 since post Hot Coffee, so they.
Really?
Yeah, they haven't. Well, they haven't had like a big presentation, really.
Well, that's 2K is their publisher, though.
Yeah. Well,
so they'll be there, and if Rockstar has anything to show, they'll bring it with them.
Sure, yeah.
But I will probably get a whole bunch of information on that. But what really kills me is that Red Dead Redemption. I'm sorry, it is one of the best games ever made. And that's where your effort should be. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 games. It's like we've had enough already. I've had enough of
you
the
have.
same bullshit.
Speak
it's like
for
I've had
yourself.
enough of killing hookers and stealing cars and being. I mean, they're cool games. They're fun. Whatever. Been there, done that.
Wait,
I want more Old
you've
West
had enough
shit.
killing hookers?
I've had enough killing hookers.
I never have.
Now, if I kill a hooker, if I kill a hooker, I want her to be in one of those corsets and on a horse.
You're a fucking faggot, dude.
In Mexico. Fuck you, Scotty D. I don't care.
No, Nate, I totally get what you're saying too. Because as much as I am really excited for Grand Theft Auto 5 because it's fucking GTA. I love GTA, but I would be more excited to see Red Dead Revolution. That would just blow my mind.
Absolutely.
But I think that now that we're talking about Rockstar, what would really blow my mind is if we actually saw Agent. Because where the hell is Agent? I want that. I want to know what that game is.
I don't know. You mentioning it yesterday when we were doing the outline is the first I've heard of it.
You've never? Oh, they announced it back in 2006 as a PS3 exclusive. Like, it was like a big deal when it happened, and then it just never showed up again.
Oh, 2006? That's why I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's
dude, that's that's 6 years.
Yeah,
if we're gonna see it, now's the time.
No, supposedly, I know you hate him, but Michael Pachter was talking about this once about how he actually talked to somebody at Rockstar and just said, "Is Agent still even in existence anymore?" And they said, "Yeah, we're working on it." So, I mean, and some assets actually got released, like leaked or something a number of years ago, and there's like some screenshots out there of environments. It's like
what's the backstory of the game? What's the synopsis?
What I do know about the game, and what I think what we all can possibly know, is that it takes place in the 1970s, and you play a secret agent during the Cold War. That's it. That's all I know.
I like that.
I know. It's awesome. See, this can kind of feed into the whole idea of having some new IPs get announced. Like, we know about The Last of Us, and that's great. I mean, we've all talked like our ears off about The Last of Us and how we think it looks cool, but new IPs in general would be really nice at this E3. We're not going to get them.
Every game we've talked about is a sequel.
It's true.
Because there hasn't been a new IP in forever. And, I love how fucking people go into forums and shit and be like, oh, well, they put out sequel after sequel is because that's what people buy. It's like, well, Uncharted, the original Uncharted wasn't a sequel. And that has turned out to be the biggest franchise this generation. And it was a new IP. It's not new anymore, obviously. But this is what we need.
Yeah.
We need new experiences, new adventures, new ways to look at games. And it just kills. I mean, think about it. Dead Island 2, Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, Star Wars Battlefront 3, X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking King. It's ridiculous how many fucking sequels we get that are just derivative and the same old shit that we've been playing, and it's absolutely is one of the reasons why I'm like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah, see, at least with every, at least when there is a new IP, it's always done by a company that, should be doing it. Like Last of Us being done by Naughty Dog. I'm glad that the new IP is being done by Naughty Dog in that case.
I hate the conversation has gotten to the fact that Alex just said the new IP because there's only one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
That's the only new IP we know about. Agent is a new IP, but we're not going to see that.
Yeah, but we have no idea if we're going to see it. God, I hope so now, because the idea of being a secret agent and in the middle of the Cold War, when the Cold War was at its hottest, so to speak, that is awesome.
Yeah, dude.
And to kill Ruskies?
Yeah.
Dude, I
think like what I do know about Agent is that it also takes place in Europe, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got like that Bourne Identity kind of fucking look to it. And then, you have like all the 1970s clothes and gear and weaponry and that would be amazing. Dude. I would be totally down for that.
And even if it's not open world, I don't care. It's Rockstar. They really. I'm actually convinced Rockstar cannot fail at this point. They really have never made a bad game. Not never, but I'm sure they made bad games before. But they haven't made a bad game in a very long time. I can say that much. So I'm sure. Agent, I'm sure will be awesome if it ever actually comes out. And
I think honestly. And we were talking about Red Dead Revolution, which would obviously be a sequel, or the next in line in the Red Dead series. And, Grand Theft Auto 5, I think publishers should adopt this, a policy that you have to earn a sequel.
Yeah.
It's like you actually, if you put out, like, I don't know, like LucasArts, no sequels for you. You don't get any fucking sequels. You put out a new IP. No, you get none. Because the last game you put out was Kinect Star Wars. You don't get to publish a sequel anymore. You get to fucking do a new IP and bring some originality, and then we'll reevaluate whether you get the privilege of doing a sequel.
I don't know, man. I feel like that Kinect Star Wars showed that LucasArts just shouldn't be allowed to make games at all anymore.
This is music to my ear hair.
Yeah, no shit. If I had my druthers, dude, LucasArts and Lucasfilm and Skywalker Sound, they would all be shut down.
And
give George Lucas no more chances to rape our childhood.
And all their assets get transferred into the economy and barely make a dent. But still, one person would get a job somewhere.
Yeah, that one person.
Yeah, his name would be George Lucas. He'd be like, I'm working on another Indiana Jones movie.
Steven Spielberg hired me on.
Oh! Okay, but I know in Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, that's a sequel we would like to see. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it won't happen.
Well,
it would be nice.
It won't happen at E3, but it's still possible that it could happen after what Notch said. Like if Notch and Tim Schafer come out on stage somewhere and say, "Yeah, Psychonauts 2 is happening," guess what? It's happening, and not only is it happening, it's happening the next year. You're going to see it. That would be fantastic.
If that does happen, I would think that would be an amazing announcement, and it would be one that is appropriate for E3, because let's face it, E3 has been pretty fucking lackluster these last couple of years.
It's true.
Everything has leaked online before the show. There's no reason they have the show these last couple of years, but
well,
whatever.
What's really kind of ironic, actually, I was watching a video earlier today where Jeff Keighley, of all people, was talking about E3, and he said, well, as I've noticed, E3 has become less about announcements and more just about marketing games we already know about. So you got to give him credit there. Only a little tiny bit.
There you go. Yeah. Hell, credit where credit's due. He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a big announcement out of E3 since the last
Guardian.
announcement of the new consoles.
Well, Last Guardian was a big announcement, and then it just disappeared. See, that's why E3 is no longer about announcements, because when an announcement's made at E3, the game just disappears forever.
Yeah, maybe E3 is cursed.
Maybe. You know what? We should like start a site, like a sort of sub website connected to Pixel Apocalypse called E3 is Cursed, and then providing conspiracy